second. Does anybody want to start out with some wins? Anybody have some wins? You want to wait for a minute to get on Facebook?
We're live. We're live.
Okay. We're up. Good
Sorry,
job.
it took a second.
Robbie's like,
he went over
really fast. So he went a little bit longer. Tomorrow, what are we going to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Friday. Normally he goes longer on Friday, but basically what we're going to do is we're still going to just try and keep the same time. I feel like consistency is better. So we're just going to keep it all the same time and just do the best that we can.
Hey, Kathy, welcome, sweetheart. It's good to see you. We have any? Oh, Susan's on Facebook. Hello, Suze. Hi, Amanda. Welcome. My win is I caught up on missing 6 days. Dee, woo, that's a big win.
Nice, Dee.
Oh, good
awesome,
job. Good
awesome.
job.
So, Jamie, do you have a win or a catch up on homework for us?
I have a win. I missed a couple days. I feel bad, but I was setting up. I have a huge 3-day event this weekend in Nashville.
Awesome.
It's my first one ever.
Awesome. Uh-oh, you broke up for a second.
You went away. Your voice is gone. Let's see.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's my first one ever, so I'm pretty excited about that. Hoping it's actually quite larger than what I thought. So I'm really excited.
Awesome.
Good
awesome.
for you.
Suggestion for you while you're doing that is something my mom used to do is have some sort of slip. I mean, you can do this manual way or kind of technical way of trying to try and build a list while you're there of people that would be interested in wanting to learn more. So a manual
or shop from you or whatever.
Yep, a manual way is like having like a little slip that they fill out. My mom used to say, hey, do you want to win? Do you want to have what did you say?
I gave away $50 of jewelry. I had a big sign, win $50 of jewelry. And this was in the olden days. And so they would write out their name and phone number and everything else.
Right.
But there's QR codes now.
Yep.
Make a QR code. All they have to do is scan it, put their information in, get them to like and follow you on your Facebook page.
Yep. So utilize that for all those people. I mean, that's all attraction. All people are coming to you, right?
Yeah, it's pretty big. They have inside and outside, so that's pretty exciting. But what about like the in the back office, how they have those slips with the pink box?
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So as long as the idea, the principle, whether it doesn't matter the way how you do it. There's different tools and tactics of the way that you can do it. But the principle is how can I get more? How can I get them to either follow me and see more of my stuff, or I get their information and build a list and then reach out to them after, right? And then create some sort of value for them to want to, like give you their information, because most people don't want to give their information for free.
So tell them if they'll do that, you give them free sales tax, give them, they're registered for the drawing. But remember, especially if it's like a trade show, people are only there for a second. Yep. If you have to give them 10 minutes to fill out a form, they're not going to do it.
It's got to be very, very
That's why I like the QR code. They can scan it, put in their name, their phone number, and their email, and you're done. Yep. So just remember fast.
Yep. Awesome. I'm seeing Tori Austin when I reached out to 3 people who I met through a group about joining the business. I just added 1 to becoming a consultant group. Awesome. Awesome, Tori.
Good job.
Awesome. Awesome. Any other wins or catch up with homework that anybody want to say? Small win, my views have increased for the last 15 days by 100%. Awesome. Awesome. Charmaine, I believe your name is. Sorry if I butchered that. Sorry. Karen said, take a box of hostess rewards. If they friend request you, they can pick out a free piece. Love it. Very easy way. Very easy way. And this is all something that Eric Worre says that is like one of our staples in our business of what things we do is plan, do, review. You try something, you review it, see how you can make it better, and just do better next time. Because you never know until you act, right? We can plan and try and perfect something that we're going to try and do something, but unless we try it, it's not like you're not going to know until you try it out. Okay. So just plan to review every single time, even in anything that we do, whether it's lives, content we're creating, whether we're messaging people, how to organize our jewelry, how to reach out to people. It's always just plan to review. And so there's no good or bad experiences. There's only learning experiences. So we're just going to learn from it and try and be better next time. Cool.
My win is I'm here.
That is a big
Yes,
one.
that's a good-
That is a good win. That's a great win. Great job, Ryan.
Thanks, Robin.
Great job. Great job.
And that is a good win for every single one of you. Thank you for that reminder, because you're 0.5% of paparazzi here. And we put this out to everybody. We had over 2,500 people registered to be on this, and you're the ones that are here. So you are amazing. That's
Great
cool.
job. Great job. So
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah.
Cool. So today talked about two different things. He kind of went into the importance of long form content. So the other week we talked about the difference between short form content, which he said is less than 90 seconds. So that's reels, could be stories, but anything that's less than 90 seconds.
Less than 90 seconds is short form.
Yep.
More than 90 seconds is long form.
Yep. So long form is lives. I mean, I know we focus a lot on lives in paparazzi with selling and stuff, but even lives in the sense of providing content for your people, not just to sell the jewelry, but also is there other type of content that you can provide by going live? Because like the other week we talked about doing a live on those three things, doing a live on teaching something. Okay.
He said for long content, the one thing that he wanted us to think about today is LTO, limited time offer. Because if you know that you have forever that you can sign up to be a paparazzi consultant, I'll do it sometime. But if you know that only till next Tuesday you get that back, you're going to get going and you're going to get it done.
Right.
So limited time offer. Think about those things.
Right. And he said, try and find something that's in your profession. So something he's saying is network marketing is a profession now. We're professionals. And so how do we become a better professional? So in our profession is, okay, we're focused on jewelry. So what's 10 to 20 different hacks of how to wear jewelry that you can give out to people? What's 10 to 20 different hacks on different fashion ways to wear jewelry? Okay.
And he said hacks, but I'm going to say tricks or tips.
Yep. That's just different ways of saying tips and things. And if you don't get to 20, that's fine. Just get a list of these things. Okay.
Now, the cool thing that he said, go to Google and say hacks for wearing jewelry, or hacks for fashion, or hacks for styling clothes. Go to Google, search that, because there's going to be lots of lists, because I'm like 17, 20, 30. I don't know. What is it? I don't know. But if you go to Google, all those things are going to be listed there for you. And so you'll be able to find some tips. And so find at least 20 or 30 different tips on how to wear jewelry, or what to, how to style, what clothes to wear. And he suggested things like saying something, if you wear a low cut neck, you should wear this necklace or something different. If you have short hair, wear these earrings. If you have long hair, wear this earring. If you're wearing a pink shirt, you don't want to wear pink jewelry, it doesn't show up. Make it white or black or something like that. All of our metals. I mean, there's so many tips if you start going. So make a list of those. And
if you don't know, that's why I said raise your hand. And something that I just did, which was really cool, is look at this really quick. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully it's going to let me. I'm kind of struggling a little bit over here. What's going on? Okay, let me show you something really quick. So this is called Chat GPT. It's kind of a new trend right now that's going on the last week or two, maybe a few weeks. It is a really big deal. You come in here, if you can get it, I know it's been a little hard to actually get in here, but I just went in here, asked a question. What are hacks to wearing jewelry? Because I don't know. Okay, so I went in here and asked, hold on 1 second, I asked, here are the tips for wearing jewelry, and all of these came up for me. And I mean, I didn't know what hacks were, so I just went and asked. This is just like asking Google, but I came in here to this Chat GPT thing, and here was 9 different things that came up with it. So here's 7 different ideas that you can write out.
Mix and match different textures and materials, such as combining gold and silver, or pairing a delicate necklace with the chunky bracelet. I would mix silver and gold together. Why not?
Layer necklaces of different lengths to create depth and interest. What do? We have different depths of what we offer, right? We offer short and long. Mix and max. Don't hesitate to try new things. Be creative. Have fun with it. What do we have? We have new jewelry every Monday through Friday, you guys. Okay. So here's 7 different things. And I said, what are hacks to wearing jewelry? Say tips, put different ideas and try and keep coming up with a big list. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
Excellent.
that was my first time I tried Chat GPT, to be honest. So it was actually really, really cool. Okay. So what he said is to make this, to make what you want to do next is for all those people that are iPhone users. I don't know what Android has over there, but basically what he said is open just your little notes app, open it up and just say jewelry hacks and just start numbering it and just start coming up with an idea. And once you come up with 7, 10 of them, you're going to take a screenshot of that and then you're going to post that to social media. Okay. You're going to post that and make sure, he said another thing is when you post that in there, put in like your Instagram handle or your Facebook, where to find you on Facebook so people can find you. And then in the description, let's put a call to action. So he said, hey, if you love these hacks or this content, you'll love this guide that I want to send you. So you're going to have to come up with a guide or more hacks. And I'm only sending this out to the next 100 people. So this is how it's a limited time offer. I'm only sending this out to 100 people or 50 people or 20 people. So message me jewelry and I'll get it over to you.
Well, I'm going to change that a little bit. I would say something like, wear big earrings to have a statement piece, and then say something like, I have 17 different hacks to help you feel good about yourself, or to wear fashion hacks or something like that. I'm only going to share this with 100 people. So don't give them the full 17, just give them one. And then say, if you want all 17, type jewelry down below, or type fashion, or type something like that. Now, the cool thing about that is because he said that there's an average of about 80% of your viewers will not comment. They watch and they might even buy from you, but they don't comment. So this will give them something of content, something that means something to them, that they're not going to have to say, oh, I have to talk to Robin and she's going to talk to me back. Is all they have to say is jewelry. And I get those 17 tips on how to feel good about yourself, or how to look better in your fashion or something like that.
And an idea.
And that's the limited time. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm only going to share it with 100 people or until Friday.
And that's what the LTO is. Try and make some sort of scarcity mindset with that. So an idea as well is, like I said, you'll love this guide I'll send you. What else you could do is say, hey, try and come up with 20 or 15, as many as you can, and share like 5 or 6 or 7 of them on the post. And then say, hey, if you want my other 15 hacks like this, message me. Then it's easy, right? Then you're just coming up that it's easy, that you're just creating content, and people love that type of stuff to see and try and find out, oh, I want some hacks. I want to know some hacks like that. I didn't know any of that.
Well, and he also said when you're doing live, when you're selling jewelry, you're saying number 101, number 102, number 103. I could say, I learned to love my life. I love jewelry because this tells me to love my life. I have 17 tips on how to love your life. If you want those 17 tips, write jewelry in here, number 104, 105, 106, just throw it in the middle of your life.
You can throw those little guides, and maybe you don't need to put 17. Say like, hey, I've got 5, I've got 3, my 3 main ones, I've got 7 ones, but you create these little offers that you can give to people so they interact with you and they want your content. Okay. But
make sure you say, I'm only going to share it with 100 people. So be one of the first ones, or this ends tomorrow, or whatever.
And if you don't have a big following, like maybe you can shorten it. Hey, I'm only sharing this with 20 people. It's okay. You can mess with that. You can change that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be homework assignment number 1. Dare is to create that list, that LTO, and post it this week. Okay. We want you to create that and post it. Okay.
Well, you said LTO, but it's the list of your 10 fashion tips or your 5 tips.
Right. So the LTO is creating that list and posting that.
Okay.
And getting engagement from that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to go into homework assignment number 2.
Perfect.
So homework assignment 2 is going to be a little bit different. What we're going to do is, he talked about this idea. We've talked about long form content. Is a lot of people are doing interviews right now. So, podcasts do a long interviews, videos do a long video, along like interview style. And some of them do hour, 2 hour, 3 hour content. And to me, the thing that I follow, if you like him or not, I watched Joe Rogan. He has a big podcast and a lot of people follow Joe Rogan. His interviews, his things are like 3 hours long. But when I go on YouTube, I'm a YouTube guy that I follow. I watch his little 10-minute segments. So basically what they're saying is, some of these people, your future goal is to create these longer form content and breaking them up, and you can use that as content for later on. Okay.
So if you're there an hour, you have 6 10-minute little segments that you can cut. And it's really pretty easy to cut video.
Yeah. So so getting to the actual dare is what he said is link up with one of your upline, sideline, or downline, and get into an interview style with them and ask them a series of questions. Okay. And that could be on a live. Okay. And you could do like a dual live with them, or if you can get them on, that's awesome. Okay. And then you can use that as content. Okay. You probably won't get this done today, which is totally fine. The goal is to get it done by the end of the week.
By Sunday, before next Monday.
And it doesn't.
And so have a content with them, interview them, have a conversation with them, interview them, have something. So write down some little questions like, why did you start paparazzi? Tell me your story about paparazzi.
Be prepared.
You've got to be prepared to interview them. You don't just sit down and say, well, hi, let's see, what should we do? So start writing some questions down. You could use those same questions for different paparazzi sisters. You see, let's see, we have 34 on Facebook. How many do we have on Zoom?
22.
We have 22. Go into this Facebook group and go to Kimberly Lawson.
You can link up with somebody
else and message them and say, can I do an interview with you? That covers both of you. Let them interview you, you interview them. You can get on a side-by-side video or live and ask them questions. Let them ask you questions.
Yeah.
It will be awesome because then you're connecting together. You're making a community.
Yeah. So this doesn't, I know I talked about 2 or 3 hours. This does not have to be that long.
Yeah.
This can be 10 or 20 minutes, but realize any type of podcast, if you follow podcasters or interviewers, they have created a skill. It is a skill to be an interviewer.
Right.
They've done homework on the other person. They've known what questions to ask, what interests to ask for them. So realize that you don't just go in empty-handed. Be prepared. Be prepared with questions and knowing how to. If it's only 10 or 20 minutes, it's okay. You only can just come up with a couple questions, right? But be prepared is the main thing with a list, kind of a couple different questions. And even if it's like a thought-provoking question, try and have an open-ended question to create conversation, not just like oh, do you do this? Yes. Ask like what questions or how questions, not do questions. Do you do this? That's a yes or no response. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So again, our dare is to do a short form or come up with like some tips or hacks or tricks and put those together and figure out what those are and then offer the limited time offer. And number 2, have a conversation interview with someone and film that, all these by Sunday.
Yep. And also keep doing your finding DMO. Keep doing that every single day. That's an everyday thing. And get to the point where this is easy, that you're doing that every day. You can make that a habit, that it's only like, it could be 30 minutes, 45 minutes to do that entire thing every day. That way it's simple and you're doing it every day. Or if you don't have that much time, see if you can make it shorter, right? Make it fit into your schedule. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Opening up to questions.
Yeah, we got a few minutes, just a couple minutes. So.
Anybody have any questions that they want to ask? Anything about what we've talked about today, past ones? Jamie, yeah.
I had a question. So with the interview, might be silly, I'm sorry, but just kind of surrounding that whole idea with paparazzi and why they joined, and even like down to like fashion tips, kind of going back to the dare or the assignment 1, like kind of just that's kind of what you want to ask them, right?
I'm sure
you can ask them anything.
Yeah, you can ask them.
You could ask them about their family. You could ask them about their favorite jewelry. You could ask them anything you want. Those were just a couple of examples.
And you can even just see like, hey, what would my following want to learn?
Mm-hmm.
What would my following want to learn? And just try and maybe come up with questions around that. Maybe it's around business hacks. Like, what have you done to like help you grow your social media? What have you helped to like make yourself successful with this side hustle of paparazzi or this full-time gig of you? So you can make it more broad, that way you can attract more people that are not just within paparazzi. Okay.
Read Kimberly Larson. I just want to read this comment from Kimberly Larson.
I have something to share. I know God has wanted me to do this program because each day before you issue the challenge, I have the thought or somewhat done it. Thank you for following your hearts and doing this for us. Hey,
thank you.
Kimberly, you're awesome.
Because I saw her earlier. She said, yes, Shelly Ramsey. See, this goes with the idea I had in our elite chat.
Awesome.
Thank you. I do. I feel like Heavenly Father has blessed me and given me ideas of things to say. And if you will go in, I say a little prayer before my lives. And I'm a religious person. I don't know if you are, it doesn't matter. That's great. But just have a little thought to the universe or say a little prayer and say, who can I help today?
Yep. Yep. Little hand of God moments. We love it.
Robin has her
Awesome.
hand.
Robin, go ahead.
Hey, I just have a comment. When we are doing the 17 tips and we say, hey, if you want to get the rest of my tips, comment this word.
Mhm.
And I might, like with me, I'll probably change it up and say, if you want to see more tips, comment your favorite type of jewelry so that they're not commenting the same word and it will boost that algorithm up.
Yeah, as long as it's simple. I mean, that would
Yeah.
be the main thing. I love the idea of variety. I would just make it simple. It's my main thing. Awesome. And really, I know we've said 17 points. You guys don't have to be attached to that. There could be 13 points, 8 points, 7 points, right? So you guys can change it up. It just, my main thing for anything we teach you guys is understand the principle and understand how to think, not what to think. Okay. I think that's the main principle here is just remember what's the main principle, whether these tools and tactics change with paparazzi, I mean, with different social medias, platforms change, understand like the importance here of what you're doing. You're trying to create a limited time offer. Okay.
But make the response easy. You know,
Yep.
it gets really easy.
Make the call to action. Call to action should always be, you should always add call to actions to any content you do. Make it very simple to do and just one call to action. Amanda said, what was the app to get the tips? It's called Chat. Just Google Chat GPT. Okay. It'll open up into like, I think it says like, let me make sure. It's like chat.openai. OpenAI is, I think, the company that's created it, but it's a big craze right now of a lot of things. A lot of people are talking about it right now. It might be a little tricky to get into it. It took me a few days to finally get it like accepted into it, or like there's so much like traffic to it because it's such a big buzz that their server and their site can't handle so much traffic, so it might not be working. So just keep trying to get in and try it out. But if not, Google is a great search engine to find answers. Okay. Awesome. Well, we love you guys. We know it's getting to that time for new releases. We love you. Thanks so much for joining us today. We love you, and we will see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.